Hi everybody, welcome back. This week I'm in Wales for the Welsh 2-day Enduro. I'm with Eddie Meek, a good friend of mine, doing some support for him, and obviously as you can see now we're doing a bit of filming as well. I'm going to talk about Eddie's story and how he got here. But just a quick one about the Welsh 2 days. It's been running 73 years now. It's a traditional time card Enduro over 2 days. There's going to be quite a bit of going, and there's going to be 4 tests on each day. That's 4 special tests, which is timed. Just going on to Eddie now. Eddie, it's great to see you. There's a big backstory about why you're here. Eddie last year had a quadruple heart bypass, having had a heart attack at home. Something what came out of the blue, and you're now here 11 months down the line, which is a miracle in a lot of respects, because I think some people who've gone through what you've gone through would not be doing this type of thing now. But Eddie, great to see you here, great to be supporting you. You know, you've got Sophie there in the corner as well, but quite pleased to be here, take it.
Yeah, very pleased. It's been a long 11 months since a heart attack, since the heart bypass, and basically starting over again, you know, starting to breathe, starting to walk, starting to do things that I never thought I would be able to do again, and I'm doing them. I'm working up to where we are now. Running, mountain biking, walking, even the last video we did when we walked up Blencathra Mountain. That seems such a long time ago now, and now I've got a partner that's helped me through everything, dirt bike that's prepped, doing all my nutrition, yourself that's doing my pits, servicing, chasing. It's it's like nothing's ever happened.
Yeah, in some respect it does feel like that, but you know, internally, how do you feel still? Do you still feel the trauma from the operation?
So anything heart related, no, but just the incision, you know, where I was cut open, yeah, it's sore. It's like anything broken, I suppose. It just takes time, but I'm careful, you know, I don't do anything too crazy. Just got to look after myself a bit more.
That's right. That's right. You have got to look after yourself a bit more. But you're here because of, you know, you like riding dirt bikes. It's one of your main passions. But you want to go on to better things as well. Now, you've previously done the Baja in Baja 1000 in Mexico. You were second, weren't you, in the Ironman class?
Yeah, it was the 2023 Baja 1000, the Peninsula Run. 1,300 miles, 40 odd hours straight. And yeah, I managed to grab a second in my class, which was, I'll never forget that one.
So this week you're here just testing yourself in preparation in the event that you go back there again. I know you're going back there in November, aren't you? Potentially as a team member?
Yeah, so everything's kind of been working up to getting back racing again. And this is quite a unique event in the UK, you know, 2 days, there's not many events like that. And the amount of miles, so this is a really good tester for that. And then yeah, we've kind of put a team together again, no bad days racing, Canadians, Americans, the French, English, and we're going to race about Baja 1000 as a team. Right. So we all have our, you know, the same bike, but we all relay it and have our own miles, so we pre-run our sections.
Something to look forward to then there. Well, before I forget, we've got to tell you that this video is sponsored by Krieger. Eddie has got some good sponsorship from Krieger. We met Dom at Krieger last night. Really nice guy, and they really have been supportive, haven't they?
Yeah, they've supported me ever since I've been going to Mexico, and for the championship when I did it in 22, and then for the 1000 when I did Vegas to Reno in America. They've always supplied the gear for me to race, and it's such solid, you know, gear, and so reliable and hardware, and it's great. I love riding with the Krieger name on the bike.
So this week we've got the Welsh 2-day time card, 4 tests on each day. That's 4 special tests which are timed. Then you've got checkpoints for the going in between. Just tell us about today. What's been going on today?
We've done a little bit of bike prep this morning before signing on. Scrutineering the bikes in the compound. Once everything's sorted, we then went to see the special tests. So there's 4 special tests. We've walked them all pretty much. You know, it's worth doing the walks of the test, you know, just to see what you're up against.
Quite a nice contrast between the tests, isn't there? I mean, you've got forest sections, then you've got, we've got a motocross sort of type test, then we've got like open fields, one's like farmers' fields and the other's like more like sheep fields, still, but different in their own rights because one's hilly and one's flat.
Yeah, you have. I think you've got tests for every kind of rider here, you know, going up through the woods, hill climbs, descents, single track, then open fields, you know, sweeping bends, river crossings, and then you've got all the going in between the tests.
For the guys who are watching, you're no stranger to racing. You know, not only have you been to Baja, you've done the Fink Desert Race in Australia. You finished that and you got your iron spike, didn't you?
Yeah, and that seems a long time ago. That was 2015, so that's like 10 years ago now. I mean, I'd love to go back and have another shot at that, but not just yet.
But you've still got the mindset, you still want to do it, and just looking forward to good things in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I think it's going to be brilliant. I mean, the weather couldn't be any better for a start. It's, 20 odd degrees, sun shining. We're in t-shirt and shorts and we're in England, so.
Okay. Right, so that's it for the moment. We'll be back with Eddie in the morning, and good to go. Start time's what, about 9:15?
20 past 9 I start, and we'll be starting to get ready from 7 onwards, I would imagine.
Yeah. And good luck to everybody else who's taking part. See you in the morning.
See you later. See you later.
Morning everybody, it is the day of the race, shall we say. Eddie is just getting his boots on and the rest of his kit. The plan today is that me and Sophie are going to head out to the first special test. That's before Eddie sort of leaves this sort of paddock area here. So we'll get up, set up at the first special test and be waiting for him there. So it's going to be pretty fast and fluid. We'll try and bring you what footage I can from each day, and hopefully we'll have Eddie with an action camera on his chest, a chest mount. So we should get some footage of at least 1 or 2 of the special tests. So let's just see where we go. The day's finally arrived, Eddie. How are you feeling this morning?
Oh, nice and fresh. A little bit nervous, to be honest, with everything, but I think, we're ready.
Yeah.
And it's a great day.
Had your medication and your hydration and everything else?
Yeah, had all my aspirins. Having my breakfast. I mean, we couldn't be more ready, could we?
No. Okay, good luck today. Yeah. Like I said, me and Sophie will be following you around and hopefully get the action camera on you at some point.
Yeah, definitely for 1 of the tests, 2 of the tests, whatever, yeah. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. Eddie.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, Eddie. End of day one.
Yeah.
It's been a good day. We've been with you at various points around the course. 4 special tests you've done. Firstly, just how do you feel the day's gone for you?
Very dusty on the go-in and the tests. I mean, it seems to have run faultlessly though. I mean, doesn't seem to be any problems, does there? With, you know, it's.
Yeah. We only had lost 1 bolt out of your bike as well.
Yeah. Oh, the bike's great, running faultlessly, and.
Yeah, just a sump guard bolt, nothing else. But otherwise, that's been really good. Mentally and physically, how do you feel?
Feel good. I mean, to start with, I was very cautious, you know, with overdoing it, especially with it being so hot. I kept hydrated and fed, and had the right, you know, nutrition.
Cool.
So.
Yeah. Well done anyway.
Yeah.
Day one's over,
Yeah.
and you can relax now for tonight and back in the morning. Back on it.
Back on it.
Yeah. Put it there, mate. Back in the morning, guys. Morning, everybody. It is 8 o'clock. Eddie's just got ready. He's gone and walked down to the park Ferme to get his bike for the start. His start time this morning is an hour earlier, which is approximately 8:15 thereabouts. Logistically, we haven't got the time to actually go down to park Ferme as such. So we're just going straight out to the first test. We're going to call it the supermarket first, getting some things for during the day, some bits of food, and then head to test 1, which was test 4 of yesterday. It's been in reverse order, so it's the full course is in reverse today. So we'll meet Eddie at the first test. Let's go. Going? Alright, yeah. You had a good day?
Yeah, a bit tired.
Yeah. No offs? No offs? Go steady.
Yeah. Wait for the clock.
couple of up throughs. Clean as a whistle, that.
And you beat Saxon.
Who's that?
The guy that was getting off before you.
Oh, yeah.
You passed him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Photo of it.
Right, I'm going to the finish. Get me home.
Crack on, mate.
I'll get you in.
Get me home.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
That's your winnings, mate.
Oh, yes. Cheers now. I'm here. I'm here. I'm finished. Woo-hoo.
Eddie, what a warm day it's been. You've made it to the finish. We just saw you there coming through the finish at the last test. Arduous 2 days, hot conditions, feeling a lot of relief.
Yeah, I think it was tough coming into this race because of everything that's happened, obviously. And, you know, it's just, I wanted to get my mindset right. And, yeah, towards the end, it's, I've worked on it. And, yeah, that last test, it was, yeah, it felt good. But, yeah, 2 very warm days. It was a little bit easier on the where all the wind turbines were today. The going's really fast going, you know. Your pace is quick with all the other riders. No one dares to be left behind.
From an observer looking in, it was quite evident that you were obviously concerned about your health. It's always going to be in the back of your mind, having what you've gone through, all this sort of medical intervention you've had on your body and the trauma. That, I think, will pass in years to come, definitely.
Yeah, I think it was always playing on my mind. It really was. When I had to really get down to the riding, you know, when we were going through the tight, twisty bits in the trees, you know, you're obviously thinking about your riding then, but it's all the road and the fast going, you know, your head just starts playing mind tricks.
And the heat as well, that obviously concerned you because you thought it might affect you as well.
Yeah, it's all you know, you feel aches and pains and, you know, around here, and you think, oh, flipping out, what's that, you know, or twinge, or, you know, you do a deep breath and you're like, it's all normal stuff, I'm sure, but in the head you know, it's taking me back to that day. So it's hard to get that out of my head, but I'm sure now we've done this, you know, 3 days down here, and it's actually run really faultlessly, hasn't it? And everything's just smooth, you know, and we've done what we wanted to do, and that was finish. You know, the test times weren't spectacular, but they were clean, you know, and I think that was important, just to get some clean runs and to see if my body can last 2 days. And, you know, if we can do the prep and the whole thing, you know, it doesn't just start on the race day, does it? It's weeks before.
Well, it's months before, depending on what type of race you're doing. But you're feeling fairly fit now still?
Yeah, I mean, my watch will probably tell me what my heartbeat's doing. You know, I'm on 95 now, beats per minute, so I think that's all right to say. It's a hot day and we've just ridden all around Wales.
Yeah, well, onwards and upwards, that's the main thing. I'm sure as like I say, as time passes, you'll forget that day what you had, and it'll be a distant memory, and you'll just keep going forward.
Yeah, and I think this is a big step in the right direction for that.
Yeah. Well done, mate, well done.
Yeah.
Back soon, guys, from me, Eddie. That's about it for the moment, wrapping it up, but I'll be back soon with something else.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.